We often think it's the big expenses, the luxury vacations, the brand new cars, the designer clothes that keep people broke, but in reality, it's usually the small, unnoticed habits that slowly erode financial stability. These habits creep in subtly, becoming part of your daily routine until one day you realize you're living paycheck to paycheck and have nothing saved for emergencies, retirement, or future dreams. The good news? Once you identify these habits, you can replace them with better ones. Awareness is the first step toward building wealth. In this video, we'll explore 10 tiny habits that quietly keep people broke and how you can change them starting today. Number 1, ignoring where your money goes. One of the most common habits that keeps people broke is not knowing where their money goes. It's easy to say, I don't make enough to save. But the truth is, many people bleed money through small, unnoticed expenses. $5, 0 cents here, $20, 0 cents there, until there's nothing left at the end of the month. Maybe you're buying a coffee every day, subscribing to services you don't use, or ordering takeout 4 times a week without realizing how much it adds up. If you never sit down and track your expenses, you'll never know the leaks in your financial ship. Fix it. Start by tracking every dollar for a month. Use an app like Mint, YNAB, or a simple spreadsheet. Once you know where your money is going, you can start directing it with purpose. Number 2, living for the weekend. You work hard Monday through Friday, and when the weekend comes, you feel like you've earned that brunch, that $100 0 cent shopping spree, or that bar crawl. But weekend spending can quietly eat through your income, especially when it's fueled by emotional exhaustion or the need to escape. This habit is rooted in mindset. If your work week is so miserable that you're constantly looking for an escape, you're more likely to overspend trying to buy moments of happiness. The problem? This creates a cycle of stress and spending that keeps you financially stuck. Fix it. Build affordable ways to recharge that don't wreck your wallet. Take a walk in nature, borrow books from the library, host a potluck instead of eating out, or explore local free events. Start finding joy that doesn't come with a price tag. Number 3, relying on credit for lifestyle inflation. Credit cards can be useful financial tools if used wisely, but for many, they become a crutch to live beyond their means. You want the new phone, new shoes, new sofa, but you don't have the cash, so you swipe, and suddenly you're carrying $5,000 in credit card debt at 20% interest. Even worse, this debt isn't funding investments, it's funding temporary pleasures. The average interest rate on credit cards is now over 20%, and making only minimum payments could keep you in debt for decades. Fix it. Don't spend money you don't have. If you can't pay off your credit card in full each month, stop using it. Build the habit of saving first, spending later. And if you already have debt, start using the debt avalanche or snowball method to wipe it out. Number 4, thinking it's only a few bucks. The phrase, it's only $5 0 cents, has cost people thousands over the years. Small daily habits like grabbing coffee, subscribing to apps, or buying snacks at the gas station seem harmless, but they add up. Here's the math. Spending $10 0 cents a day on small, harmless purchases equals $36.55 50 year per year. That could be a fully funded emergency fund, a Roth IRA contribution, or even the seed money for a side hustle. The problem isn't the $5 0 cents. It's the repetition and the lack of awareness. Fix it. Run your numbers. Look at your small expenses over 30 days. You don't need to cut out all joys, but if you find you're spending $300 0 cents per month on things you don't value, start trimming them and reroute that money to savings or investments. Number 5, procrastinating financial decisions. I'll start saving next month. I'll invest when I earn more. I'll make a budget when I have time. Sound familiar? Delaying financial decisions is another quiet habit that keeps people broke. Time is your most powerful asset, especially when it comes to compound growth. Every year you delay investing could cost you tens or hundreds of thousands in missed returns. The earlier you start, even with small amounts, the better. Waiting for perfect conditions is a trap. Fix it. Start now, even if it's messy. Open a high-yield savings account. Set up a $50 0 cents monthly investment. Build a basic budget. You'll improve over time, but only if you start. Number 6, never increasing your financial education. The average person spends thousands on entertainment, but zero on improving their financial literacy. If you don't understand basic money principles, how interest works, how taxes impact your income, how to invest, you're at the mercy of marketers, lenders, and scammers. Many people feel overwhelmed by personal finance, so they avoid it entirely. But ignorance is expensive. Not knowing how to manage your 401k, pay off debt efficiently, or choose the right insurance can cost you years of progress. Fix it. Read one financial book a month. Listen to podcasts like The Ramsey Show or Bigger Pockets. Watch YouTube channels like Graham Stefan or Andre Zich. Knowledge compounds just like money. Number 7, associating spending with self-worth. Buying nice things isn't inherently bad, but when your identity is tied to your purchases, you're headed for trouble. This happens when people buy things to feel better, impress others, or signal status they haven't earned yet. You might justify buying a $900 0 cents phone or $200 0 cents sneakers, even if your savings account is empty. The real issue? You're sacrificing long-term security for short-term validation. This habit is often fueled by social media comparison and emotional insecurity. It's hard to build wealth when you're constantly trying to keep up with others. Fix it. Work on your internal sense of value. Spend money based on your goals, not other people's opinions. Confidence and discipline are far more attractive than a flashy lifestyle you can't afford. Number 8, avoiding hard financial conversation. Avoidance is one of the most destructive financial habits. Whether it's ignoring your debt, refusing to talk about money with your partner, or skipping out on financial planning because it's too stressful, this habit keeps people stuck. What you ignore doesn't go away, it grows. Unopened bills turn into collections, unpaid taxes turn into penalties, avoided conversations turn into relationship tension. Fix it. Face the discomfort. Sit down, look at your balances, track your net worth, talk to your partner about shared goals. Facing the numbers may be hard, but it's the only way to take control. Number 9, not having clear financial goals. If you don't know where you're going, how will you know if you're on track? Many people stay broke because they never set clear goals. They drift financially, spending what they earn and hoping someday they'll be better off. But wealth building doesn't happen by accident. It requires clarity. Want to save $10,000 0 cents? Pay off $20,000 0 cents in debt? Retire early? Buy a home? These goals give you direction and motivation. Without them, you'll just keep reacting to life instead of designing it. Fix it. Write down 3 specific financial goals today. Break each into smaller monthly milestones. Track your progress every month. When you have a target, your habits naturally align. Number 10, believing you'll make up for it later. This mindset is subtle but dangerous. You overspend now because you believe you'll make more later. You skip saving now because you'll catch up in your 40s. You don't budget now because you assume future you will magically become disciplined. This is the biggest lie that keeps people broke. The truth is, future you is just present you with more gray hair and more bills. If you don't build good habits now, they won't magically appear later. In fact, as responsibilities grow, financial flexibility shrinks. Fix it. Stop outsourcing your future to hope. Start acting like your future depends on what you do this week, because it does. You don't need a big salary or a lucky break to stop being broke. You need to take ownership of your tiny daily decisions. The small habits you repeat every day shape your financial destiny far more than big one-time events. Start by being brutally honest with yourself. Which of these habits are holding you back? Pick one to change this week, then another next week. Wealth isn't built in a day, but it is built daily. You have the power to change your future, one habit at a time. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.